What do you think will benefit next in the AI ecosystem?
Unfortunately, I don't know which one, but I think it would be a Chinese company.
Mm.
Given the state, I want to be very clear: we're in a war, but we're not in a typical boots on ground. It's a software data war. Because if I can hit you in your pockets where it hurts, I can take over a lot faster. But I do think, I don't know if it'll be Manus and maybe Baba, but it'll probably be an incumbent who gets enough compute and the right software, and I think they'll be the next beneficiary. Like, I was just thinking last night, like, what if TikTok had came out around this time with all this compute? How much more of an impact they would have had. Now, of course, you have some people are saying CRM is going to benefit from it, and of course, OpenAI whenever they go public. Okay,
I'm going
but
there.
I see the country, our country, is divided. While even though there's fighting and infactions in China, they are more of a united front to destroy us. One of the biggest things that you learn in marketing, branding, and in business is you have to have a common enemy. That enemy's us. But in our country, we're fighting each other for resources, technology, perception. Education is broken, legal is broken. So I think it'll be a Chinese company. And seeing the investment from American hedge funds rotated money into Chinese stocks for the last 8 months has been very fascinating to see.
All right, I'm gonna go down by industry because I think it's important. I'm gonna give you some companies. They, for the most part, are American, and we did speak about some of them. I'm gonna start with HubSpot because it's a company that we spoke about plenty of times. But what we heard 2 weeks ago specifically was agentic, 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 and so HubSpot. Imagine a world where they're now having customer interaction fully managed by AI. What that does for their business, what it does for the mid-tier to small cap businesses, but also what it does to economies that rely on virtual assistants as a provider.
Yeah.
Right. So I think from an agentic standpoint, software like HubSpot, I know you said CRM, I think Salesforce will play a role in that. ServiceNow, I wrote these down. So if you have workflows that now are automated and the reasoning part, which we're talking about, right? Like that agentic part now has reasoning. If you're making decisions and you can problem solve with an agent, you're talking about the cost of business going down, revenue is going to go up. But again, the people who provide those type of services, virtual assistants, and we're going to see an influx of that not being even a business that is going to be needed. Databricks. We saw them. We spoke about it. I think it's another company when you're talking about having to model the deployment, right? So now if I'm looking, Snowflake as well is in that space. These type of companies are primed to be in position to take advantage. I think fintech companies for sure. Like we're talking about reasoning now. So imagine wealth management, risk analysis. Do you need somebody to do it? You've said this for years, but like, will those people be needed when I can have an agent that can do it at a higher efficiency, quicker time, and I don't have to worry about all those other things, PTO, insurance, salary.
Robinhood wrote, shout to Vlad, they rolled out something this past week or last week.
Well, Robinhood was next on my list. So Robinhood is as well. And then I think Shopify, the Instacarts of the world. So not only are we doing from an agentic standpoint, but now we're optimizing the pricing, inventory. We're creating shopping lists for you. That's a completely different model. You can do that in music as well. I know like now it's like they just do like the shuffle, but like, and you're doing an e-commerce and it's like, oh, I already know that you're out of this and it's already creating the list for you. That changes the game. So like if agentic is the next part of the ecosystem, I see those companies as being beneficiaries.
Yeah, I agree with all except Snow. I just don't like Snowflake.
You don't like Snowflake?
No,
I thought you was gonna get pushback with Salesforce, but all right, I appreciate that.
No, shut the Mark Benioff. Well, we listen. We need some American exceptionalism. We need it bad, and we need to move faster. I think we've gotten too comfortable and focused on the wrong thing. Shout out to all my graphic designers. It's over.